What's up guys, Donnie here. Today we're going to talk about what to do before you start investing. Now it's very important that you don't skip these steps. Without taking extra steps before you start investing, you're going to set yourself up for failure. Now I'm going to keep it very simple. We're going to talk a little psychology and then we're going to go into the specifics of what steps you should be taking before you start investing. Now, quick reminder that I am not a financial advisor, so please do your own research. So let's get started. So step one would be to commit. That is, commit to saving your money and using it to invest in the stock market and let your money grow for you. This is the same attitude you use for any major life-changing decision, right? You commit to losing weight, you commit to buying a house, you commit to a new job, you commit to a new partner, you commit in marriage, right? So this is the same thing. You're committing to saving your money. You're committing to your future. You're committing to financial freedom. You're committing to a good retirement. You're committing to maybe an early retirement, right? And with any commitment, there's going to be a lot of work to be done. A lot of it is going to be difficult. A lot of it is going to change your lifestyle, and that's going to be part of the next step here. But it's important to commit. You're going to need to really buckle down on making this part of your life. So the second step would be to find the money. Now for a lot of people, this is going to be a lifestyle change. If you don't have a job, that's literally the first thing you should be doing. Go find a job and start making money, right? The next thing you should do is to look at your expenses and pare it down. The biggest expense is almost always mortgage and rent, right? If you're living with your parents, good. Milk it as much as you can. Use this opportunity to build your wealth. If your parents are trying to kick you out of the house, talk to them. Maybe let them know that you'd like to use this opportunity to build your wealth and set yourself up for a better future, because living rent-free is the easiest and fastest way to build your wealth. If you have a mortgage or if you're renting out your house, well, a lot of people are not gonna like changing this situation. It's a little more difficult to lower your mortgage payment or your rent, right? Talk to your landlord though, right? To lower your rent. If it's keeping you in a situation where you're just scraping to get by, they may help you out. If you have a high mortgage, a percentage or maybe a variable rate percentage, try to refinance that, get a lower rate, right? And then that'll save you a couple $100s maybe every month. Now when it comes to non-essential things like food and entertainment, okay, so food is essential, but you know what I mean. Start cooking at home more often. Don't eat out so much. Remember, treating yourself is cheating yourself. You're eating good food now, but you're cheating yourself of financial freedom in the future when you could be saving that money and investing it, right? Now, I'm not saying go on a diet, but pare it down a little bit, okay? Now, when it comes to entertainment, that's something we can all improve on. Go for the best bang for your buck, right? Netflix has what, 3,700 movies, something like that. That's, what is that, 7,000 hours? That's 300 something days of watching nonstop, and those are just movies, okay? That's not television series, and we all know we're just gonna end up watching reruns anyway. If you have multiple subscriptions, pare it down to one. Get your favorite one and put the rest into savings or investing, right? Consider other forms of entertainment. For some people, a $60 video game can stretch your value for $100, and that's a pretty good amount. Think about reading books instead, especially if you're a slow reader, right? It'll give you more entertainment for a longer time. This is about finding the money, guys. You're gonna have way more money in the future if you invest instead of just squandering it today. Step 3 would be to pay off your high interest credit cards and personal loans. This is a very, 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 very important step, okay? Don't skip this step. If you start investing while you still have credit card loans, that's it. You're not making any money. These credit cards are usually 18% interest, and that's a ridiculous amount, okay? If you have any balance, even $100, $200, you are losing so much money every month, every year by keeping a balance on your credit card. Pay these down to 0, okay? Anything above 8%, anything above 5%, just pay them down as fast as you can. This should be your top priority. Now, when I say pay down your loans, this does not include your mortgage or your student loans, okay? Those are completely different. Those are long-term loans. They're usually really low interest rate. If you have a variable rate loan, you got to change that to a fixed loan ASAP. Try to get as low of a percentage as you can, and then just continue to pay that at the normal monthly rate. Now, the fourth step would be to set aside an emergency fund. This is usually 3 to 6 months of your monthly essential expenses like your mortgage, your rent, your utilities, and your food, right? Usually you'll have this amount saved into a personal savings account. This is not something you would usually use for investing. When you get to that point in the future where you have so much more in the stock market, you can start using that savings in there, because even if the stock market crashes down 50-80%, you're still going to have that amount in savings. This is important to keep it in a different account, okay? This is psychologically important. Keep it away, maybe in a different bank from your normal personal checking account, because when you don't see that you have that money, you're gonna trick yourself into believing that you don't have that money, right? So you don't spend it wantonly. You're not spending it because you see that big number that, like, wow, I have a lot of money, I could splurge on this TV. Don't do that. Keep it in an account that you don't look at often. Make it so that this is a recurring, automatic recurring move to the savings account for your emergency fund, so that it can build faster without your intervention, and just get it to that point where you have at least 3 to 6 months, and then you can start investing after that. Now the fifth step would be to commit again. Okay, this is not me accidentally putting it in there twice. This is important. Now that we've gone over several steps already about what to do before you're investing, commit into growing your money for the future. Okay, this is to commit yourself to being financially secure, financially free, not having to worry about money in the future. Imagine going through life just working every day and treating yourself all the time, but in the end you're still broke. You're living off of Social Security, and we don't know what's going to happen to Social Security in the future. There's so many problems with it right now that they could just totally get rid of it in the future, and then there goes all of our money, right? I don't think they're going to give it back to us after they get rid of the Social Security program. So it's not something that I would use. It's not something that I would plan for in the future. I would rather be secure with my own personal investments. So this is important. Commit yourself again. Commit to this venture to make sure that you're going to be set for your future. And for a lot of us, set your children for the future, okay? Because if you start early, you're not just setting yourself up for retirement, you're also setting your future generations to have better lives, better than your life, right? This is important. Well, there you have it, guys. This was a very short video in regards to preparing to invest. I pared it down to my essentials. There are a lot more steps that you could take, but this is what I consider essential before you start investing, to be able to get into the right mindset and to be able to secure yourself, to make sure that there's no further mistakes. There are a few things I want to talk about before you start investing. If you're planning on making a big purchase with your money, but you want to invest it first to grow it, make sure you don't need it within the next year, okay? Because first of all, the volatility of the market, it's going to go up and down. That's just the nature of the market, but it always goes up. If you need it within 1 year or maybe several months from now, first of all, you're going to get hit by the taxes, because there are short-term gains taxes. So even if you do make money on what you put in the stock market, you are going to pay taxes for it as if it was normal income. Technically not a bad thing, because you still come out with more than what you put in, but it sucks to pay more taxes on something when you don't have to, because after a year of staying in the market, that money is taxed less. And also, of course, like I said, the volatility of the market, it may go down. Your 8,000 might be 6,000 if you do a very short term, but it always goes up, so just wait for that. And another thing I want you to keep in mind is to maybe look into the savings plans that your employer offers. 401ks, especially if they match your contributions, that's instant money for you. So look into that first, and then maybe IRAs, look into that if you want to start investing for retirement specifically, okay? I have a lot of videos in regards to the stock market. Check them out in my playlist. I'll put them up here. I'll also link to them in the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you found this helpful, I would appreciate a like and subscribe. If you think someone else is going to find this helpful, maybe even entertaining, Please share it. It will help me so much. It'll help the channel grow. Don't forget to check out the links down below. Robinhood, get 1 free stock when you sign up. Webull, get 4 free stocks worth up to $1,600 when you deposit $100 a month to the account. And M1 Finance will give you a $10 credit when you sign up for an account and deposit $100. Thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.